Here she is, Guinevere, my 1991 GMC. Hold up, wait a minute. We're gonna need to start from the beginning. All right, so this is what we're starting with. We have this lovely carpet, this beautiful floor that has holes to the outside, so that's gonna need to be fixed. I have this siding that's screwed into the wall with some insulation behind it, but I don't know what kind of insulation or what the previous owner did. Bed frame we're gonna get rid of. Everything's pretty much gonna be ripped out. So this is the before. This is what we're dealing with. And the roof has these old lights and paneling and this soft, weird carpet material that I'm gonna wanna get rid of for sure. Has some 12-volt outlets that actually do work, which is awesome. So yeah, time to get to work. So it began with one of many trips to Home Depot for supplies. I had some amazing help along the way, and in these 5 weeks, I was able to get my van gutted and converted. But I wasn't prepared for the biggest surprise of them all. So I'm on a walk with my sister, and I just got the email that I get to adopt Junebug, and I can't stop crying. I'm really excited. Junebug was a stray from Texas, and I was able to adopt her, and she has become my best friend. She's been there to help me with the van build. She gives me lots of kisses. She cuddles me throughout the night and helps keep me warm in the van. She goes on adventures with me. She loves to run, she loves to play, and she loves to explore just like her mom. But alas, you came here for a van tour, so here are some much anticipated before and afters to enjoy. Here she is, Guinevere, my 1991 GMC Vandura. Ta-da. There's Patricia, my sloth. So yeah, this is what she looks like. So I have this lovely mat here, which I got from IKEA, cut up to fit the frame there. So try and keep dirt out of the van. As well as here is my cooler. So I opted to not have a fridge to help save on energy. And so I got a cooler that has been working fine so far, but I have only been traveling in winter and cold weather. So we'll see how well the ice holds up once that changes. Here we have the front seat, big pimpin'. And here we have, I just keep my heater, which will probably go in the back maybe. So it's a propane heater in case it gets really cold, that I'll have a way to heat the van at night, as well as this is like my seatbelt cutter window breaker. And we have my Taser. So I sleep with those back by me, and just as a little safety precaution as a solo female van lifer. And then we have this, which I still need to figure out a slightly better way to attach it because it kind of gets weighed down. But it's where I keep a lot of my stuff that I want immediate access to, like my toothbrush, my toothpaste, different things like that, lighters for the stove. This thing has been really handy because I get condensation that gathers on my windows as I sleep, especially when it's cold outside and warm inside the van. And so this, I can just clean off the windows really easily for when I need to drive in the morning. I also have these fun Polaroids because I have a Polaroid camera that I bought to document my travels. So I have different ones with me and Junebug. It's a lot of fun. We've been having a good time together so far, and it's fun to have the Polaroids for it. One of my favorite parts about my van is my custom built cabinets that I have set up so that my keyboard is here and I can play my keyboard on the road. And so what makes this really, really cool is that the countertop is on hinges, and then I have a way just to prop it up, and then I can play the piano. Let it be, let it be, let it be, whisper words of wisdom, let it be. I'm stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight. You're guiding me through the night. So yeah, I get to play the piano while I'm on the road, and that leads me to my next point about van life, which is how I power all of this. So I have this cabinet here, and inside of it is my Jackery. And so this is what I use to power any of my external electrical items. I do have a house battery that is actually underneath this, underneath the floorboards, in fact, and that is what powers my lights as well as my fan. So I use this for charging my phone. I plug in the piano here and anything that needs charge. And so how do I charge this? I charge it with this. So this is awesome, and it has a power switch that also it has a thing that reads how my battery is doing so that I can make sure I keep my battery nice and healthy. And so I'll run this as I'm driving around, and that will charge this, and it all works out great. I have my little mini garbage can, which I just think is fantastic because I get to minimize how much waste I make by being in the van, because it takes me a long time even just to fill up this tiny little guy, which is so different from when I'm not in a van. And then I decided to not have a sink, and instead I have these big 3-gallon water bottles, and then this is charged by USB. I just press this little button on top and water comes out of this spout, so that helps. So just a quick little, there you go. That's how it works. Yeah, that's what's inside this drawer here. And next we have inside here, which this, I am currently going to be creating 2 drawers to go in here because I cannot stand having this big of a space and it gets really unorganized, even though I do have something that goes in here to help organize it. But this is my stove. So I just have a Coleman camper stove that I use a 1-pound propane tank on it and cook all my meals. So I had a lot of decisions to make when I decided to do van life. Will I have a sink? Will I have a toilet? Will I have a fridge? Will I have a kitchen? All of these things. And I was A, on a budget, B, in a time crunch. So there might come a day where I make some adjustments and some modifications to my van. For now, I'm really happy and it definitely fits my needs. The additions that I'm currently working on, like I said, get those drawers in that one cabinet so it's better organized. And then I'm gonna be adding a deck to the roof of my van because the weather's gonna be getting nicer and I want to be able to enjoy time outside of my van. A deck is gonna be perfect for that. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, no sink. I have my USB powered water jug. No kitchen. I have my Coleman camper stove, and I have no bathroom. Do I tell you guys my secret? Let's just say, if you know, you know. Otherwise, I just use public restrooms, and it hasn't been a problem yet. So I'm doing just fine with how my van is set up. And next, yes, sitting on the floor. I get used to doing this in my van since I cannot stand in it. I have a bookshelf here that I love. This is like my little nightstand. And in case you haven't noticed, things are slightly sloth themed here. So it kind of started out as a joke and then I kind of just ran with it. And it's funny because the color of my van is kind of sloth-like, so it all kind of matches. Patricia is who started it all. I got her as a white elephant gift and she's been with me ever since. And then I have this, which eventually I need to put a plant in. I haven't gotten around to that. And then this holds my keys at night because I want to be able to access my keys quickly. So I always have them at night by my bed within arm's reach. Really like having this space that I get to have this nightstand. This little curtain right here is hiding the heater. And now this heater doesn't run unless the car is running. So this isn't a heater that I installed. It was a heater that came with the van, but it's really nice because it helps to heat up the van really quickly. I'm always running cold, and especially since I started this journey in November, which was like the worst time to start it, but hey, you live and you learn. I was very reliant on that heater. I would like run it full blast before I would turn my car off at night, and then I have enough insulation inside that it would maintain the heat for quite a few hours. Like by the time I would wake up in the morning, my van would be cold, but it did a good enough job combined with the insulation. So I was really, really grateful for that heater. And here we have the bed with the amazing view at the back. So those are like those picturesque moments you get. I'm so happy that I have those windows. I have for my mattress, let's see, I don't have the blankets on it right now, but I have a mattress topper, like one of those little soft ones. And then I also have a 3-inch, I think, memory foam, and then a 2-inch firm foam. So I just kind of made my own homemade mattress that has been working out really great. Super, super comfortable. Have some pillows. I have my Sloth. This is actually an AC unit that does work, which is freaking amazing. And then this is the fan that I sawed a hole in the roof of my van for and installed myself. Whoop, whoop. And the ceiling I all did myself. It's pretty cool because it looks like it's one cohesive piece, but if you look closely, there is, this is multiple pieces together. So proud of myself that I did a pretty good job of making that look cohesive. The bed is really comfortable. Like honestly, I've never had a problem sleeping in it. I technically fit perfectly straight on my bed. So I'm 5'6.5", and I think that it's like about 5'7". It works perfectly for me and my dog. I also sometimes will like, it's kind of nice just to be diagonal on the bed. I get lots of space. I can sprawl out, make myself comfortable, cozy. My dimensions for my bed are about queen size dimensions, which I think is fantastic. That's why I wanted the extended van, because I knew what I would be lacking in headspace because I don't have a tall roof. An extended roof was that I wanted extended space out the butt. Not only do I have a queen size bed, but I also have space for like an amazing nightstand, as well as like a massive countertop that fits an 88 key keyboard, which is pretty cool too. So I'm just going to take a little nap here. It's nice and sunny out. Anyways, the van. But wait, there's more. So now under here is a little disorganized because I'm currently doing some remodeling, renovations, pausing at my dad's in Florida. So it's not quite organized, but you can kind of see here, this is where I keep my closet. So I keep my clothing in here. And back here, I have another area of organized stuff that I can get access to. And then the very back is where I hold other things that are normally in the van. All right, so I didn't show you this before either, but this is the seat that I have that slides in right there. And actually, it has a little secret compartment. It's definitely really important to optimize storage, obviously, with such limited space in here. So that was something that I was really happy about. So I normally put my snacks in there because I have lots of snacks on the road because I never want to have to worry about being hungry. Just for privacy as well as insulation, I'm gonna lower this countertop here. I have this, which is a blackout curtain, and it's tied up right now, but that comes down and separates the front of the van from the back of the van, which was really important to me for two reasons. One was privacy. At night, nobody can tell that there's somebody in here. B, for extra insulation, because the front of the van isn't insulated, and so I lose a lot of heat. So the blackout curtain actually like helps keep out light, but also helps keep out cold. So love that about this. And then I also forgot to show you underneath here, I think it is. Yes, here they are. I made these window covers. They are Reflectix material that I then adhesive sprayed. Oh gosh, I need to clean those. Oh! And so they go along the windows. So for example, and then I sewed on these little magnets that help attach it to the metal. And then I have privacy. So from the outside, as well as, so during the summer, This is what helps to insulate the van. During the winter, I switch it around so that the blue is on the outside and it helps to bring in heat because of the dark fabric. So to share a little bit of a personal story with you all before I go, when I found this van, I knew that it was going to be my van. And I had to talk to the woman for 5 weeks. When I went down to go get it, I could tell that she was apprehensive about selling it, that she was just not quite ready to let go of it. She ended up selling it to me. We've been in touch since because she was like, just keep me updated on how the van's doing and how your travels are. The thing that stopped me in my tracks was when I got home from picking up the van, and I hadn't even noticed it yet. I got home and I looked at the keychain and it has all these affirmations. It says, I am strong, I am worthy, I am loved, I am enough. I broke down in tears. I was like, there are no mistakes. This was the van that was meant for me, because these are literally my top 4 affirmations that I have to remind myself of daily. So to have that reminder on a keychain on a van, these are the original keys from this 30-year-old van, and this just happens to be the keychain on it? What? There are no accidents, there are no coincidences. That really just sealed the deal. Like, this is my home, this is meant for me, I am supposed to be on this journey. What is meant to come into my life and the lessons I'm supposed to learn are here and now and meant for me through this van. Like, this van is such an integral part of my journey because it's not just about living minimally in a van for me, getting the freedom to travel, but it's also about challenging myself to learn new things about myself, to get to know myself, to not only explore the great outdoors, but also explore what's happening inside for me and get to know myself better. And it's such a gift, such a blessing to be able to do that within this van. And I am so excited to continue to share more of that journey as well, not just the beautiful photos, but also the challenges, the ups and downs. I've had many of them so far. Definitely check out my other content on van life because it has been a roller coaster and an adventure to say the least. So yeah, those are the ins and the outs of my van. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Definitely check out down below. I have a bunch of amazing free resources and things that you can get connected to me on. I would love for you to follow along in real time on my Instagram at heystacia.elizabeth. I also have a pretty rockin' TikTok and post a lot over there, so it'd be fun to have you join me. So if you want to see more travel content, that'll be happening. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.